This is a big update. It's a turning point in the Iran versus Israel fight. For a lot of days now, there have been speculation on whether the United States is going to enter this battle or not. But it's very clear that the United States has said that it has hit nuclear sites within Iran. What are the details?
Yes, Sati, Pratibha, good morning from Israel, because the Israelis have been waiting for this day that when the United States will actually enter into this war. What we know that around 2 hours back, it's exactly 4:34 a.m. here in Israel, although the streets could be seen very empty. But what we can tell you to our viewers that around 2:34, around 2 hours back, there were 6 MOABs, which is said to be mother of all bombs, which is B-2 bomber. Which were launched from the United States, airspace here in the Middle East, were initiated towards the Israel and Iran border sites, and it landed. And it has landed multiple bombs. 6 of them were hurled in these nuclear sites of Iran, which is Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. These are the 3 important locations where the nuclear facility was being made. It was very much clear that the United States, along with the Israelis, had decided that in this Middle Eastern region, Iranians will never be allowed to have this kind of nuclear weapon, because that could have been a biggest threat not only for the Middle East, but all those U.S. Establishment which is here in this part of the Middle East. Israel was certainly the one which initiated this attack on 13, and after the first set of bombing which happened from the Israeli side in Iran, this was a day when everyone was waiting that what will happen. What we know that around 7:30 IST, Indian Standard Time, there is expected to be a briefing from the President of US, Donald Trump, who is expected to give a media briefing from the White House there in the United States. So multiple developments happening as of now. What we can tell you to our viewers that around 2 to 2:30, there were 6 aircraft which were said to be the mother of all bombs were taken towards the Iranian side, towards the Iranian nuclear site. 6 bombs were dropped in these facilities which are known as Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. These were the bases which were the prime target of the Israelis, because the nuclear facility was very much deep below the ground level. It was around 200 feet below the ground level, and it was difficult for the Israelis to penetrate into that. There were 3 set of missions which were assigned to this missile, the bomb which was dropped at these facilities to penetrate and keep on penetrating, and 3 level of bombs exploded at Fordow nuclear facility, which is there in Iran. Continuing to that, what we are getting to know that these facilities have been totally destroyed. What we were trying to check from the Iranian media side, because Iran has not been providing visa to any foreign journalists, so it's very difficult to understand that what is exactly happening in Iran. But according to the Iranian media, what we know that the Iranians have been claiming that before this attack would happen, they have already removed multiple important material from these bases, because they were anticipating that anytime soon this attack can happen. Donald Trump had given 2 weeks of time period, but we know that he himself doesn't say that I can be trusted. So obviously at this moment, it was a very difficult thing for the Iranians also to actually assess the situation, continuing to the kind of strike which was have been continuing since last 8 to 9 days here in Israel and Iran. I beg your pardon, there seems to be some light issue. But what we can tell you to our viewers, if you can see me, Pratibha, that at this location,
yes,
from where we are reporting in Tel Aviv, the streets are empty, but suddenly we are expecting that people will come out. It was a weekend for them yesterday, but soon after the weekend has ended, it's 4:30 a.m. There are few youth who have come out, but we are not, certainly going to talk to them, because the emotions are running very high. But the fact of the matter is that it is an important development with respect to Israel and Iran war is concerned. So far it's been 2 hours, but we have not heard any kind of siren sound coming here in Tel Aviv, which is certainly suggesting that no ballistic missile has been launched so far from the Iranian side towards Israel. So that is point number 1. The point number 2 is that around 2:30 there were 6 bomber aircraft which were moved by the United States towards Iran, which has dropped 6 of these bombs in the nuclear facility of Iran, which has led to destruction of Fordow, Isfahan, and one more nuclear facility which is there in Iran. So big development happening in this case. The main reason of this current war was the nuclear enrichment, nuclear weapon which was expected to be made by Iran, which has totally been destroyed with the help of United States here.
Okay, so you're saying that an official briefing is also expected from the US President Donald Trump